Arambulo-Antonio is taking her star power from social media to television as she becomes the first Filipino judge in the reality show The Apartment. Watch this. I just want to say, from blogger to TV star.
I'm a TV star. I mean, I'm just barely breaking in. Like, it's an amazing opportunity for me, right?
Yeah, I want to know first, what is the show about?
Okay, it's basically about interior design. We have 12 contestants from different parts of the world, and then they do a design competition. So basically, they create a space in, let's say, 24 hours, and then we go there and judge it and see what they did.
How did you get this job?
Oh my God, that's a very interesting question, Karen.
So many people could be asking, I wish that I was tapped to be a judge. And we know reality TV shows, when you're chosen as a judge, it's a big deal and it's a career. It can go on and on and on. So how are you discovered?
Okay, I was discovered through my Instagram stories because I was having a moment in my life, a major crisis. And I did an Instagram rampage. I mean, I was angry, I was crying, I was, there's so many emotions coming through. And someone contacted me from Singapore, one of the people from the producers of the show, Imagine, and they said, hey, we saw your Instagram stories, we love it. Would you like to be part of our show, The Apartment, as a contestant originally? So it's like, okay, why not? So I sent in my profile and all that. And, I didn't hear back from them after a week, and then we had like a series of Skype interviews, and then wala, for mga 1 month. After that 1 month, they called me back again, and they're like, hey, you know what? We actually are really considering you to be part of the show, and we would love to have you on it. But the reason why it took us so long to get back to you, is because we don't want you as a contestant. We would actually love to have you on the show as a judge. And I'm like, wow. Okay, this is all from my Instagram rampage, ha? So meron palang mabuti for that incident.
Oh, okay, and then, so they said, we're considering you to be a judge. And then what happened after?
And after that, they would just have a series of Skype interviews with me, basically just to see how I would react to certain things, how I'd, like certain situations. And there, next thing you know, I'm flying off to Singapore and Malaysia to film for the show for a few months, 2 months.
Okay, now you first became famous on Instagram as a blogger.
Yes.
Okay, and I want you to talk about that because your Instagram, although it's a professional one, it's very personal as well.
Very personal.
You actually post your kids, how you start your day, how you're feeling that day. And I'll be honest, for someone on Instagram, and I follow you, I often wonder, isn't this too much? When is enough? Tell me first, what kind of Kat Arambulo goes into Instagram?
I think everything about me is very real, and I am very aware that people are watching me, and I'm fine with sharing my life. I feel that at the end of the day, I want to be an inspiration. I want people to see the real me for who I am, not what as I'm perceived to be, or a curated profile or whatever. I mean,
I was gonna say,
I'm beyond that. I don't curate. I'm beyond that. I feel that it's me as me. And at the end of the day, when you're your true self, I feel that no one can hit you on anything. No one can attack you, and you won't feel it because this is me. You take it or leave it. You love me for what I am, or you hate me for what I am. It doesn't matter.
Where did this come from? I mean, this chutzpah you have and this confidence of, take me or leave me.
I think it's my life period. I've always been a very strong person to begin with, but I think ever since I had kids, all the more, I feel that I want them to be their own person. I want them to be the best version of themselves, and there's no way to do that than to, especially with the social media nowadays, right? That people are so perfect, trying to be a certain thing that they're not. I mean, did you see there was a recent article about someone spending more than what they earn just to, have a beautiful profile? I don't want that's horrible, right? I mean, I wouldn't want my kids to do that. So, I think I try to live by example. And this is me. This is my biography online. That's it.
Let's be honest. We have to come clean with the audience. You are Kat Arambulo-Antonio, married in a way to one of to a man who belongs to one of the wealthiest families in the Philippines. They're they own a major real estate company. They develop many condos, and people might ask, why is she even working? She has such a great life. She doesn't have to earn any money. Her husband can provide for her. Did you insist to work?
Absolutely. I mean, for me, Karen, I can't give what I don't have. And if I'm not my own person, how can I teach my kids to be who they are? I have girls. I don't want them to be dependent on their husband forever. You get it? Like, if anything happens, at least they have something for themselves. And how can they share themselves if they're not whole? Right? So I think for me, working and doing things on my own, it makes our relationship better. It's more challenging for my husband also, right?
Yes,
I mean, absolutely. He
but
loves
did he
it.
honestly tell you in the beginning, Kat, I want you to be a housewife. I want you not to work.
He
did.
wanted me to be a housewife. I was a housewife for like a month, and then he was just like, okay, you know what?
Get
Do
out.
what you need to do, because unfortunately, you're driving me crazy too. So if you want to work, work. As long as, our rule is, you can do whatever you want during the day, as long as you're home when I'm home.
Really?
So yes. So I'm home when he's home, and I'm there. As long as I don't I'm always there for our kids. I'm there for their play dates.
Yes.
That's what the beauty about my job. I'm able to change my schedule to fit theirs. So if my husband's home, I'm home.
Yeah,
My
that's
kids-
a good rule.
Yes.
That's a good rule for
So I can do
bloggers
whatever I
out
want.
there. Yeah. But are there rules? Let's be
Yeah.
honest. Has it come to a point where your husband said, Kat, this is too much. I mean, there are rules. You can't show this on Instagram.
Yeah.
You can't show that. What's it like?
My husband's actually very open, thank God. I mean, he's very supportive about everything I do, and he actually loves it. He just doesn't want to be on it personally. I mean, my kids are fine. He's entertained by it, and he feels like it's our online album. At the same time, he sees it does good things to a lot of people. Like just this weekend, I was in Cebu, and one of my followers came there crying to meet me, and he was so happy. My husband said, wow, you know what? Now I realize the importance of what you're doing. It's not even about the money anymore. It's more about you being able to connect, inspire, and you're changing lives. In every little way you can. So I mean, for him, it's a big thing.
Okay.
Plus, I'm not bothering him.
Yeah. No, but Instagram
Yeah.
would have its
Yeah.
minus and pluses. And that's why the hashtags haters gonna hate, it's
Okay.
become so famous is
Yes.
because there are really haters out there.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let's talk about that.
Yes.
Did you always deal with the haters, or when did you actually? Why did you get into that rampage? What was the breaking point?
Oh my gosh,
Uh-oh.
because they were attacking my kids. Usually I don't mind. I answer whatever sly remark there here and there. But then when they started attacking my kids, I was like,
Why don't you block?
I don't block because you
Okay.
know why? They create a troll account and then they do it again. So this wasn't a hater, huh?
Yeah.
That commented or whatever. It
go
was
on.
actually a publication that released something about me, blind item and whatever.
Yeah.
That I started trying to attack. Also because
Yeah.
I mean I'm fighting against someone with no face. Basically, there's a blind item. It was a no author article attacking my kids, but everyone knew because my blog post had over 1 million views. So I mean obviously it's me. Everyone knew in Manila
Yeah,
it was me.
yeah.
So of course I went for it and I
Your
attacked it.
blog post has over 1 million views. Good
I
God.
had over 1 million for that
All right.
particular post.
Okay. And it was about your kids.
It was about
Okay, go on.
It was about ex-mommy bloggers exploiting their kids because apparently...
I read this.
Yes, it was pretty crazy. And then a publication wrote about it and started doing blind items. So that's when I attacked it. And
Yeah.
I went full on and that's my whole rampage.
Okay. And Kat, are you exploiting your kids?
Absolutely not.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
It's a very thin line.
Yeah.
I mean, I've also read Chris
Yeah.
Aquino
Yeah.
defending
Yeah.
herself with
Yeah.
accusations
Yeah.
like this. What does exploiting mean to you? And why don't you think you're exploiting them?
I think when you exploit someone, it's not through their free will. My kids love the camera.
Okay.
The exposure that they enjoy it. When I take a selfie with this Alana, Ash is like, what about me, Mom? I want to be on it. I want the whole Manila to see me. I mean, the kids these days, this generation, let's face it, they grow up on social media. They grow up having Instagram accounts. My kids don't have Instagram accounts.
Yeah. Not yet.
No.
Yeah.
They're under me. He actually wants to have his own vlog, which I said no to.
No.
My husband said, no, not yet. So you're just basically under me. And for me, now that Asher's 5 or 6, and he's in big school already, he's not on my Instagram account as much. So it's like taking your kid to work. And so me, it's not exploitation or extortion because they're just with you basically tagging along.
Yeah.
Or, part of it.
Don't
Yeah.
people understand?
The funny thing is,
Yeah,
I don't get
yeah.
about a lot of people, is they still post their kids and they do projects, but then they're like, oh, I'll only post one because I don't want people to think that I'm exploiting. When in truth, you post one, that's everything already, and you're representing a kid brand. So obviously, come on, if that's what you think that I'm doing, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's just a double standard.
Yeah.
And I feel that with my kids, especially, I think that at the end of the day, it's building their social media or digital profile and digital footprint. And
Which you see as the future.
Absolutely, it is the future because
For them anyway.
As for them anyway. And my son now, Asher, has been given so many opportunities. He likes to be a pilot. You know, British Airways contacted me, Cathay Pacific contacted me.
Are you serious?
Yes. So I mean,
it's crazy.
It's crazy. And we went to Harvard. We did a series of last summer, I think my daughter's 15 years old, my eldest, who doesn't like social media. But we
no wonder, I rarely see her there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we went to Harvard, we did the whole school tours and all the different colleges in the States. And they were saying, okay, everyone that's gonna apply here are intelligent. They have high grades. Everyone here has leadership abilities. But what is gonna set them apart? Truth be told, we look at their social media accounts. What have they done? How have they connected? What else have...
And my God, Harvard said that?
Yes, we were there.
Wow.
Of course we asked, what do we need to get in? I'm not even supposed to be telling this. But
it's very interesting to share.
Yeah, I mean, even in jobs, people look at your profile now.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, basically, what I post naman about my kid is not something to embarrass them or whatever. I mean, cute stuff and stuff like that, but it's basically to build them as a person. I mean, and looking back, it's so amazing to see themselves like grow up. You remember when you were kids, when we have all these photos like in naked top shots, like they're really ugly. Our kids are styled, they're curated. I mean, the pretty photos. I mean, these are photos that you would be proud about, right? Yeah.
No, but it's quite interesting because you're one person that enjoys sharing.
Yeah.
You know, sharing your kids' lives on Instagram.
Absolutely.
And you really don't need the money.
No. No, I don't, I admit. But it's for myself.
Because people, don't get me wrong, they do endorse as a family or with kids because, and it's not wrong, it's extra income for the family as a whole.
Yeah.
But you don't need that.
I give wait don't get me wrong my kids, let's say if they're in a photo, which is whatever brand, they get half of it. I'm the one that's taxed. They're not taxed. So at least they're growing their income without them even knowing it. So when they get old, I'll be like, hey, look at you. You were just on a photo and you got paid for it.
So what happened? Do you save it?
Absolutely, yeah. And my husband's a math person. He's a CFO, so everything goes through him. The contracts go through him.
Really?
Everything is coursed through him. I have to have him approve it, right? And
You're like an industry man. I remember at one point you also had feedback when it came to, don't get me wrong, but your stuff. You know, they would see an Hermes in the shot and this and that, and you know, expensive bags. And how did you deal with that?
I mean, how are you supposed to deal with it? I mean, you can afford it, right? Like, what's wrong with that? Diba? It's part of it. It's a lifestyle. I'm a lifestyle blogger. I do a lot of it is fashion. So I mean, what's wrong with featuring your stuff?
Yeah. So what won't you do? One, you said
I'm not gonna go naked.
Okay, that's fine. And you said you also won't endorse products you frankly don't use or believe in.
Absolutely. And every time, let's say I have a brand that has requests for my kids, I ask Asher. I'll be like, sorry, I can't post it unless he's free. If he's tired when he gets home, I can't do anything. You know, I'll wait for him when he's ready. So the products can wait, all these things can wait. It's a matter of whether he wants to do it or not. And usually he'd want to do it.
Okay. Now, you are one of the women, I mean, I've been told, who really succeeded in blogging. In other words,
luckily.
In the Philippines, you're one of those that's gotten a lot of projects. I mean, now you have a TV show, so it means you really have had an impact. And a regional TV show at that time. This is not a local show.
Yeah.
What are the secrets, frankly?
Being honest.
To becoming a successful blogger.
I think at the end of the day, you need to be real. You need to
authenticity.
Authenticity. You need to be original with your content, with everything you produce. You can't be copying or, you know, I will never, even if a brand gives me a certain script or whatever, or even product shots, I will never post that.
Really?
No, I'll do my own. You know, I'll personally be the one to evaluate whether or not it's really meant for me, if it's part of my brand.
So this is serious stuff.
It's
in a way, you're a producer.
Basically,
you're like producing a TV show.
Actually, Karen, I hate the word social media influencer and digital influencer because I feel like I want to inspire, not brainwash someone or influence someone. You get it? There's a big difference between inspiring and influencing, right?
Yeah.
And I feel that with the brands, when you're authentic, when you're original, and you do what makes you you, then that's when other people actually really follow you and like you. Yeah.
So that's one, authenticity.
Yeah.
What else? There must be something more. I'm really curious.
I share the real stuff. I mean, it's as real as it gets. I think that's very difficult because a lot of people are hold back.
Yeah.
I don't hold back. I'm either full on or I won't do it at all.
I see.
Full on. Like, I will show everything that needs to be shown for them to see that it really works.
Okay.
Because there's no way that...
Do you travel with, I'm curious,
Yeah.
like a cameraman that shoots you? Because you're like...
No!
sometimes- So who paparazzi shots you walking out of the condo?
I have...
The yaya.
Mayaya or the guard or whoever. Or I have a tripod.
This is
Yeah,
good.
I have a tripod that does it. Like, that's in my OOTD twirling shot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just
So
a tripod.
you really, you enjoy it, that's why.
Yeah.
Should you be too curated if in a blog post, or do people like it raw?
I think they like it raw. At this day and age where everything is so curated, everything is so ideal or picture perfect, I think people appreciate it when you are raw and genuine. I think that's very,
That's
very
a good
important.
one. And actually, you think it sounds easy. It's not easy to be genuine and authentic, because
It's not.
you also need the courage
Yes.
to be able to accept
Yes.
that you will be rejected.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
It
yes.
takes courage.
Yeah. It takes a lot of guts to even,
Yeah.
And I think you need to, that's what I'm saying. You can't give what you don't have. So how can you give to the readers some genuine whatever if you can't be genuine with yourself?
Yeah.
Right? So I think that's very important that I've accepted my flaws and I'm not afraid to share it. So
Yeah.
I'm totally open to criticism now.
So what kind of judge will you be for the apartment passion for design? I mean, are you gonna be the kind judge like J-Lo
Well,
in American
okay.
Idol, or you're gonna be Simon Cowell that's gonna...
You know, as a judge for them, I was like their mom. And because I took up interior design, I know the struggles and hardships of doing projects. So I was very constructive when I would criticize them. I wasn't like so hard on them.
And you want to be this judge?
Absolutely.
Uh-oh.
But I think they're making me look feisty.
Oh,
The
really?
comments that I have, like, out of the blue that I blurred out, apparently, it made the cut.
Oh,
Those are the
really?
things that made the cut, yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to pursue this like forever? And
You know what? They actually invited me for the next season.
Oh.
But I don't know because I'll have to be gone for a while again because it's like a 2 months
So you take 2 months straight
2 months
in
straight.
Singapore.
In Singapore and Malaysia.
So technically, in a way, you live there for 2 months.
Sort of. Yeah, so they housed me in a hotel.
Yeah.
You know,
But then you're away from your kids.
that's why they were coming back and forth every week, every other week. And then,
But you know, I'm
Yeah.
very impressed. Your husband is so
oh,
supportive.
super.
I mean, I didn't know you were away for 2 months. I had to give this guy a hand.
Yes.
Because he
And
could
he
say,
was the one
"Kat, look,
that
this is
he
too
pushed me
much."
for it, huh?
Because he could say, Kat, this is too
Yeah.
much. You're away 2 months. You don't need that.
Yeah. That's why di na ako pinayagan for the next one.
No more.
He said, you know what, unless they can do it here, or if you just be a guest judge and fly in and out, then possibly yes, but all throughout, no. He said,
So
I
what
wanted
about
you.
your TV
He said,
career?
I wanted you to have this experience. He actually wanted me to. He pushed
Yeah.
me to. As a contestant, he said, nah, maybe not. Maybe you do it if ever, and then you lose. But he said, as a judge, he said, just do it. Go for it. Bahala na. He said, because you're never gonna. Who knows? You might never ever get this opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to your social media life,
Yeah.
what is the most important to you? I mean, other than, of course, being authentic.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Is it the approval of your followers? What is it? What
Oh, not at all.
really gets
Yeah.
you?
What really gets me, I think, is number one, before I post stuff, I show my husband. He sees when I post, right? I kind of show him, like, especially if he's in the shot with the kids. I'm like, oh my God, look. Because he didn't have social media. He's like, you do enough social media for the rest of the family. But I show him first. And I think I've stopped doing photos only because I'm not a model. I'm not a posy person.
I see.
I do videos. It's all videos, so...
So are you a vlogger?
Not even a vlogger. But I do one take wonders. So if I
Oh,
trip
really?
during the video, I trip. I mean,
I
just
like that. So
Never
Kat
mind.
Arambulo-Antonio, one take wonders.
One take wonder.
It's a
That's it.
signature hashtag for you.
And you know what? It's important also because the person whoever's taking it or whatever, at least they just have to take it once. It's not like, ay, pangit, change, or whatever. It's so easy. For me, it's...
Oh, where do you get your ideas?
It just comes up randomly, spontaneously, from everything around me.
But who is your social media role model?
You know what? I think that's the technique. I don't really watch anyone else's stories.
You don't?
Because, no. I don't watch other people's stories. I don't really monitor and check other people's feeds because I feel
Really?
that clouds my judgment. So, and it will be like,
So you don't watch
I
Kim
don't watch it.
Kardashian?
I watched Kim Kardashian, but I haven't recently. Recently, I
But
haven't had
isn't
the time.
she the role model for many bloggers?
Not really. I mean, I'm not following her on Instagram,
Okay.
so I don't really check a lot because I want myself to be myself. I feel like if I watch other people and check other people's stories, it might change the way I do things, which I don't want to do.
Yeah.
So that's the way I do things.
But even locally, I mean, I have to say, you're also already endorsing a department store.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, to
Yeah.
reach that level,
Yeah.
it means that
I'm doing something right. Thank God.
you really are, well, you don't have influencer. Or what do we call you then?
I'd rather be a social media personality more than an influencer because I feel that, personality can go many ways.
Yeah.
Influencing kasi it's too
Yes.
rigid eh. The way I feel it, you're brainwashing na
Yeah,
eh.
but you are so many. You're so. I mean, I have to say,
Yeah.
you're so much more complex than that. For example, you had a collaboration with a bookstore.
Yes.
You designed the bags.
Yes.
And then now you have a collaboration with one of the stores in Rockwell.
Outfits.
And you are wearing something
Yeah.
that will be sold.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is amazing. You're an entrepreneur.
Yes,
That's really
yes. More than a social media personality, I think I'm building a brand, and that brand stems from me. So at the end of the day, I think that is what you can call it, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
a brand on its own, because it's
Yeah.
my name that's on tag to this.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Like my little rampage. Okay, move forward.
Yeah. If you were to advise any teenagers or young people who are watching you right
Yeah.
now, what would you tell them?
Social media is only the vehicle, I think, and it's building your own brand. And the best investment you can ever do is to yourself. So build a brand.
I love that. Well said, Kat. Okay, plug the show. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm inviting everyone to watch The Apartment, Passion for Design. It's going to be airing tonight on Sony Channel at 9 o'clock. And it'll be showing on March 25 on AXN at 8:05. So catch us!
All right, congratulations.
Thank you,
Kat, thank you for coming to the
Karen.
show. All right, that's HEADSTART today. And The Apartment airs at the Sony Channel on Sky Cable this evening and on the 25th on AXN, still on Sky Cable. I'm Karen Davila. Thank you for watching. Market Edge is up next.